Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm really on time watch reviews. I'm Chris and I unbox and review budget watches. And today we're taking a look at what I would say is a much hyped watch. I've certainly heard a lot about it on Aliexpress. This is the IXDAO, or the 9 banners, I've heard is the proper name for it. Watch that is actually made by Rudland. I got the wave dial version of their newest diver, the IPOSE. And I'm going to be showing that to you today, and there's one word that kind of summarizes the whole IXDAO experience for me, and that is underwhelmed. Let's talk about why. All right, guys, before we jump into my thoughts on this one, please take a second of your time and consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet already. A good number of you who are watching, at least according to YouTube, have not subscribed to the channel, and I would really appreciate you doing so if you are a fellow watch enthusiast like myself. All right, so let's take a look at this dive watch. Now, despite me being underwhelmed, and you can see here's one of the reasons why, sticky link. All right, we'll get there in a moment. Now, despite me being underwhelmed, I do have to admit that this is a well-made piece and does have a few really great standout features of the watch. And so we'll begin with the basic specifications of this one. It's a dive watch. The model number is JDX07S. Price at the time of filming, current price at the time of filming is around $246 US. You can knock that price down if this one interests you by using my affiliate link in the description below, as well as the special codes to take extra money off of the watch. This is a very wearable for any size wristwatch. This has great dimensions. It's got a 39 millimeter case diameter. The crown is unscrewed there. Well, we'll deal with that in a minute. So it's got a 39 millimeter case thickness, case size. The thickness is 12 millimeters. And the lug-to-lug distance is 44 millimeters, and it is a true lug-to-lug, as we have female end links to the end link there. And so it's super wearable, 20 millimeter lug width, so it's perfect for changing the straps and for strap size combinations. And this watch actually came with 2 additional straps. And one of the straps is this rubber strap. Kind of feels like an FKM rubber. I think in the unboxing I said it was silicone. I think it's a rubber strap. It feels nice. I haven't really worn it, and it does have a nice bit of branding on the buckle there. The 9 banners are the IXDAO branding. It also came with a nylon NATO strap, and just a plain black strap, no branding on the buckle. And so I actually am utilizing that on my Christopher Ward C63 Sealander at the moment. The watch, as you can see there again, that link, it's constructed of stainless steel, so that includes everything but the bezel insert. There was nothing on the specifications to indicate what that bezel insert is, but it feels and looks like it is a ceramic one. And so this is where we'll begin with our standout features of the watch, which includes this, count it, 13-link bracelet. Kind of a beads of rice style. I've never seen anything like this, at least on, well, I've never seen anything like this. There is actually 13 individual links on this watch. I'll throw up a picture from the website, which has a bit of a nice macro close-up of the bracelet, and you can see that and count them for yourselves. Yeah, 13 links. They're solid end links, solid links as well. Screw pins to hold the bracelet together, and the screwdriver for the adjustment was provided in the package, which is nice. And oh yeah, speaking of the links, let me show them to you. I took out 3 of these to size to my 7.5-inch wrist, and look how They are very, very tiny. More about that in a little bit. And so the bracelet and case have a mostly brushed finish with some polished accents. And so I'll have you look at the side of the case here and zoom in just a little bit. And you can see it's got a nice satin brush finish on the side profile with a bit of a polished chamfer edge on the top. And the bracelet does as well. Brushed outer links. There is some polish on those tiny beads of rice style links. Brushed side. All brushed clasp here with the branding, the IXDAO brand on there. Dual pusher, deployant milled clasp, and it also has a quick release adjustment on the inside for sizing. And so the bracelet on this is, other than the fact that these links stick, and some of them don't articulate that great because of the amount of links. It's something that you just don't see too often, a bracelet like this. They've done everything, almost everything right about it, especially with that clasp, and the self-adjustment there underneath is pretty fantastic. The other standout feature of the watch is the oil-pressed screw-down case back. And probably have a macro shot of it for you, but here it is. This looks to be Poseidon on this one. The one that has the dragon scale dial version has an even more incredible looking oil pressed case back. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to check it out. But yeah, really standout feature of this one. That looks like that's Poseidon. That is etched onto that case back. The case back is screwed down. You do have also a lumed and branded screwed down crown. The crown engagement on this one is actually fantastic. And so because of the screw down case back, screw down crown, you do have a water resistance rating on this one of 200 meters, though I'm not sure if it's pressure tested or not, so it may not be a true diver in that sense. You have a dive bezel that is 120 click unidirectional, and the action on this bezel is very good. I'll let you have a listen to it now. Just the right amount of tension to turn the bezel and enough to keep it in place once it is set. And as you can see, the bezel markings line up. Actually, they line up very, very well. Darn near perfect. You have a sapphire crystal covering this dial, and they do say it's a fingerprint, finger smudge resistant on the top, and they do have clear AR coating on it as well. And that brings us to the other standout feature of the watch, which is the dial. Now, the dial version I chose, as we zoom in, is this wave dial. And you can see the ripple effect on the dial there, giving it that wavy appearance. The indices are also all applied, as well as the IXDAO branding at the 12 o'clock. And you can see the 200 meters of water resistance and automatic printed on the bottom of the dial. All of the indices and the hour and minute hand, as well as the lume triangle, or the triangle on the bezel, are loomed with BGW9 lume. We'll get to the lume shot here in just a moment. Powering the watch is a Seiko NH35A, which, as you watch enthusiasts know, is a robust and reliable movement, beating at 21,600 vibrations per hour, and a sweeping seconds hand that ticks at 6 ticks per second. And this particular watch is running just over 16 seconds fast per day, so well within the movement's toleration. Now that brings us to the lume. They are using, as I said, BGW9 lume, and according to the specifications, and as you can see, it will be. And here's the time lapse of the lume right now. All right, so you saw that Lume time lapse. Well, what does this all mean? Here's the Merley Lume spectrometer by which we can grade the lume on this watch. The indices lasted for over 30 minutes, and so the rating is bloody fantastic. The hour and minute hand also lasted for over 30 minutes, and it's a bloody fantastic rating on it as well. And even the triangle, you would have noticed on the video, did not fade out after 30 minutes on the time lapse, and so bloody fantastic lume on this one. Well done. So the real question is, why did this watch underwhelm me? Well, there are a few reasons. I've seen wave dials like this one on IXDAO watches for at least $100 less, and this one didn't blow me away any more than the IXDAO watches did that were less expensive. As far as the finishing on the watch, it's good, but I would ask, is it $100 better? Now, given you are getting 2 extra straps with this watch along with a sizing tool, so there is more value with the package. However, the lume on the IXDAO watch is as good as this one as well. Now, the case back design on this watch beats the IXDAO in spades with that really cool oil pressed engraved case back. But the 13-link bracelet, as unique and as cool as it is, you've seen a couple of times how it got stuck at the top of the lugs. The integration of them is really not perfect at all, to be honest. And the real massive pain about this bracelet is sizing it. You saw I removed 3 links to size it to my 7.5-inch wrist, and those 11 individual tiny sized links that you have to line up. And with my Shrek hands, as my wife would say, it took me some time. It was a real pain in the arse to adjust this bracelet because of how small those links are. So given the uniqueness of the bracelet and whatnot, I'm not overly complaining, but it was a bit of a pain. The movement also, I'm really hoping to see some high beat Miyota movements. The Seiko movement is great, but a Miyota high beat might make the price more palatable, and it certainly would break away from the norm. It would just be nice to see a different movement, in my opinion, especially once you're getting up to $250 US. This is just under $250 US. And for me as a Canadian, to break that down means that I would have had to have paid just under 340 Canadian dollars for this one. All right, guys, so to summarize this one, I got this brand into the channel to review because I had heard a lot about it. I have heard good things about the brand IXDAO, that they make great watches, and so I wanted to check this one out for myself. Now, as you saw at the beginning of the video, in the includes paid promotion, I didn't buy this with my own money. I bought this with influencer reward cash that was given to me. You want to stay tuned for my next video in which I got 6 watches with the influencer money that I received, and I'm going to give 2 of them away. One of them's already given away. So this one I got just to see what it was like. So I didn't spend my own money on it, and to be honest with you, for 340 Canadian dollars, there's just nothing about this watch that really screamed at me as I looked at it. Perhaps I should have gotten the Dragon Scale version dial. Watching James did a review on it recently, and it definitely would be the dial to go for, in my opinion, because it's more unique to anything that you've seen elsewhere, and I really should have gotten that dial in for myself. So at any rate, not something that I would pull the trigger on for those reasons. And basically, when I opened up the watch, there was nothing that just said wow to me. Nothing that really jumped out at me and really impressed me. I mean, the bracelet's impressive in that, but it just, guys, at the end of the day, it just didn't speak to me. And so there you go. If this one speaks to you, head on over to my eBay store. I will dramatically reduce the cost of the watch, even lower than Aliexpress or Aliexpress sales prices. It is brand new. I might have gotten a little minor nick or scuff on the clasp as I've been spending some time with this one, but you're gonna get it for a great price, so head on over there. Well guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Fly, what are you, oh. Thanks for watching to the very end of this video. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, wherever you're going, you need to have a great looking piece to wear on your wrist. And wherever you're going, you need to get there on time. God bless, guys. We'll see you in the next one.